are you? It's Tina.
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I thought maybe I interfered with the call because I accidentally hit the accept number twice, so I thought maybe it was going to go away, but it didn't, so that's good. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yep.
I'm down here in Texas. So it's a lot better than Lewisburg, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah? Probably hotter, though.
What's that?
Probably hotter.
Yeah, but at least here there's air conditioning, where in Lewisburg there isn't.
Yep, that's true. There's not. So I'm glad you're in a place where you're at least comfortable.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot nicer.
Yeah. Now, how far away are you from home?
Not sure exactly how many miles. I'm gonna say it's over 1,000 miles from home.
So much for being sent somewhere where you're close, huh?
Right. Yeah.
So have you been able to have any visits?
Twice since I've been here. Getting hungry.
So, well, that's good. Do you have any children?
I have 3 kids. I've got a 22-year-old son, got an 18-year-old daughter, or I'm sorry, she just turned 19.
Oops.
I got a 17-year-old daughter.
So what kind of plans do they have for the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, my son actually just moved back in home with family.
Yeah.
Not sure what he wants to do. He's still on that deciding stage. And my little daughter, she's kind of bouncing around too, still trying to figure out what she wants to do. She was in college for a while, but I think she stepped out. Got a little overwhelmed. Youngest daughter, she's still in high school. She's a straight A student. She's doing really good. They're doing real good. I don't know what kind of goals they've got set right now.
Yeah. I'm sure it's hard for you not being there to help them do that.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Now, are there any other J6ers there with you?
Yeah, there's 2 other January 6ers here besides me that are on the prison side.
Yeah.
One of them, his name is Josh. I'm not sure what his last name is. He just got here. And the other one is DeCarlo.
Nicholas?
Yeah, Nick DeCarlo.
Yeah, we talked to him a couple weeks ago. He was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so tell him we said hi next time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's awesome. How are you doing with commissary?
I'm doing good. I have somebody from Arizona that's sponsoring me, so they've been putting money on my books once a month.
Awesome. That is so awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it really helps.
Yep, I'm sure it does.
Oh,
It's a financial strain with your own family, I'm sure.
Right, yeah, because it's hard to want to ask my family for something because I know I'm taken from them, you know.
Yeah. I'm sure that's just got to be a tough decision.
Yeah, it's God bless the people that are out there that are helping us, because definitely it's very hard to try to ask our family for stuff because they're struggling, you know.
They're trying to stay above water themselves.
Right.
So what did you do before you were detained? Like what business, or what were you into? Or
I did masonry for 20 years. I was in the union. I only had 9 years to go and would have been able to retire with a full pension. Hopefully they'll... I don't even know if I'm in shape to do that anymore, honestly. After being locked up for so long and solitary confinement, and they like when I was in Lewisburg, they wouldn't even let us out to exercise. So, and when I was in the DC jail, same thing. I didn't see fresh air for like the first year, and same thing with when they put me in Alexandria. Same thing. I'd be in my cell I'd come out of my cell for that 1 or 2 hours a day, and so when I got here, I hadn't exercised in a long time, and I used to be able to do tons of pull-ups and tons of push-ups. I could barely do 5 push-ups when I first got here without being exhausted. Now I'm back.
You lost incredible amounts of muscle mass, I'm sure.
Oh man. So now that I'm here, though, we have recreation. I'm able to go outside. When I first got here, I tried to lift weights, and I was almost too embarrassed to even try to lift weights with some of these prisoners,
Yeah.
So
this call is from a federal prison.
Every day I walk the track every day, and I do 100 push-ups and dips and everything else. So I've built my strength back up.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back. It's just consistency and doing it every day.
Yeah, but it's amazing. I'm 43 and being kept in a box for 2 years has done a lot to me.
I'm sure.
But, and I really, when I left DC and I went to Lewisburg, I'm like, oh wow, this place is so great, but really it wasn't. It was just great compared to the
So how's your
way I'd been used to before that.
Right. So, how's your diet? How's the food in Texas?
The food here is not good. A lot of the prisoners, they don't give us our full portions because they're all taking and stealing the food, and then you have to buy the food from the prisoners. So they feed us very small portions here, a lot of carbs. It's really pathetic, honestly, but I make sure I eat all the protein that I can eat, and I try to avoid all the carbs.
Yeah. So are you able to make up some of that with commissary?
Yeah. So there's other prisoners that we get together and we'll put food in together, and then we make stuff.
Yeah. I can't imagine that commissary is a healthy diet either, though.
No, not really. But sometimes I'll go to eat in the chow hall, and it'll be just enough food just to make you hungry. They don't feed us enough they don't feed you enough if you're a grown man, that's for sure. So are you guys outside of Lewisburg?
Well, no, we're not. We're at kind of an undisclosed location, but we're in the same general area.
Okay.
There was a change in the assistant warden of Lewisburg, and he told us we weren't allowed to stand in front of the gate anymore. So we have 2 or 3 different locations that we broadcast from to kind of rotate around. And,
Gotcha.
But we're in the same general area. We're just not in front of the gate.
So they wouldn't be able to see you if you were.
No, but they knew we were out there. But you're right, they couldn't see us. We're too far away. We couldn't get any further than that gate back that lane back into prison.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I'm not there anymore. That's for sure.
Now, when were you in Lewisburg?
I was there for 8 months. I was there from from 2022, say in January of 20. over. Yeah.
Because some of the guys that were there most recently, their experiences were a little bit better than what you're describing. They were allowed to go outside. They had rec. They said the food was pretty good. Most of them had come in from D.C. or Northern Neck.
Yep.
And from what they described, the food they were getting was pretty good.
This call is from a federal prison.
The food at Lewisburg was the best out of all places I've been. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's it if they're letting them go outside finally. I don't know why they wouldn't let us go out when we were there.
Yeah. But yeah, the guy said that the food was really good there.
Yeah, not having air conditioning, and it's just miserable in there.
Yep.
And they sell fans on commissary, but they're always out of stock on the fans. The whole time I was there, I wasn't able to buy a fan.
Yeah.
And every morning I'd wake up in a pool of sweat. It was just
Yeah, I know this week and this past week here have been in the 90s, and the humidity's been like at 90%. There's still one gig 6 in Lewisburg, and he has said that it's just awful. Just awful. There's no airflow inside the building, and well, you were there, so yeah, the last couple weeks have been pretty tough.
that's horrible. Not only that, but they say you're not in general population, but you are pretty much.
Yeah.
You're in there with all kinds of messed up people, that's for sure. I've met murderers and rapists and everything else being locked up in pre-trial. Now that I'm here in prison, I'm around. I'm in a low, so the people that are murderers here have been locked up for 20, 30 years, but they don't have the same mentality as they did. And a lot of your people that I'm locked up with in a low are going to be your drug-related.
Yeah, I was going to ask you whether you were in a low or medium facility.
This is a medical facility, but I don't know. I think they got their license yanked. This is the worst medical treatment that I've had since I've been locked up.
What kind of medical treatment have you been not getting?
Well, I have high blood pressure, and now I have I can't think of them.
High cholesterol?
Yeah, cholesterol. I didn't have high cholesterol before, but now I'm on medication for high cholesterol. And they've taken my blood pressure once since I've been here when I first got here, back in January. And like one day, I touched the walls here in the prison and I rubbed my eye, and it felt like I had some kind of infection in my eye, and it took me 4 days to be seen. My eye burned for 4 days, and then when I went to the little emergency room, they're like, "Are you breathing?" And I'm like, I said that was a rhetorical question, and they got upset with me. They would not see me because I was breathing.
Oh man! You don't know what was on the walls, do you?
They put me on antibiotics and gave me an eye drop thing, but yeah, I don't know if it was staph infection I got on my eye or what, but I could barely open my eye for like a week.
Yep. So what was your blood pressure when they took it in January?
It was like 150 over 100 or something like that.
Yeah, that's a little bit high.
Yeah.
Were you feeling like it was high then?